What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I just got back from seeing the Philippine Twins' second film called Bring Her Back. Now, this story follows a stepbrother and sister due to a tragic accident have now become orphans, and they find their new foster mom in Laura, played by Sally Hawkins. And when they arrive to her house, they start to notice some strange things happening, and then the rabbit hole begins. So like I said, this is the second film from the Philippine Twins, aka the Racker Brothers, I believe is what they're called on YouTube. And boy, these guys are up to some shit when it comes to horror, because they delivered and over-delivered, honestly. I reacted to the teaser and the trailer, and this movie met the expectations and also exceeded them. Now, what I love about the movie, for one, is the runtime. It's only an hour and a half again, and these guys know how to use their time wisely. Like, this movie could be considered a slow burn, but yet again, you're not here for 2 hours. They get the job done in a short amount of time, and a lot of it is done visually. That's the great thing. There is a whole lore built up, and if you've seen a teaser or the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. And neither one of those really turns you in the direction as to what it's going to be. Honestly, I was guessing up until I saw the movie. And that means that it did a good job with this trailer, but also gave me a lot to latch on to and even more to think about. And that's pretty much why I'm in my room doing a review rather than my car, because I needed to have some time to think about everything that they gave us. There are no big expositional dumps as to what's going on. It's all visual, and then the way they do it is so damn smart that it forces you to take a deep dive and wonder what's going on. But I also think that the answers that you're looking for are all in the film, but it just gives it in spurts, and it's up to you to look at that and understand how it affects the story. Now, that out the way, this movie is devastating, it is bleak, it is scary, it is somber, it is emotional, it's sad. Like, after watching this film, you want somebody to give you a hug. That's how it feels, because of how heavy the material actually is for every single character involved. Like, the main three characters you're with, of course, are Laura, played by Sally Hawkins, who did a magnificent job of being weird but also kind of cool at the same time. And I feel like the way they tied her character in with the story is just beautiful, because her character's job is the complete opposite of the shit that she's doing, and that just makes it just feel sick and sinister. It's kind of like, how could you do this knowing what it is on the other side of it? So she did just a good job walking that line of trying to hide things, but she also fully falls into moments of the villain that make you despise her in this movie as well. And I think the brother and sister do a really good job of their dynamic, because you have the older brother who wants to do nothing but protect the sister for reasons that I don't believe were in the trailer, so I'm not going to say why. But there's also this kind of small little tension just because they are step siblings, and they both utilize that to the other's advantage to make it feel realistic. So those are really the three main characters that you have to look out for. There are other ones in here, but you can experience them how they are, because I don't want to spoil that, because there's not much of the other ones. But these three do a bang up job, and the movie's entire atmosphere is thick and full of dread and terror from the opening sequence. You know you're in for something sinister, and you think it prepares you for what you're going to see next, but as the storyline progresses, it takes it to the levels that aren't even in the beginning that you didn't think that you were going to see. And you really don't get a moment to collect yourself at all, because everything is just weird somehow, whether it be high levels of like, whoa, what the hell is that, to other moments when you're like, what? And it all just plays into the horror of the movie. There is straight up nightmare fuel here. There's a sequence in the shower that is literally one of my worst nightmares come true. And there are also some nice jump scares that are fully earned. Nothing about it seems cheap because of the entire setup and the attention to detail, the framing and shot selection. Again, everything that's in the movie is here for a reason. This film just looks like a picture book with how specific everything is edited and shot. So So as I was editing, I wanted to add this extra 2 cents in with the horror elements and talk about the violence in this film, because I feel like the violence is definitely intense, it's gory, and even steps into a little bit of body horror. But I think it's my sweet spot of both. You know, in modern day times, the extreme version of body horror and violence for me is Terrifier, and The Substance being like the maximum level that takes it there. I don't think this movie goes in the direction of either one of those, but it does intensely tap into the sweet spot of both that makes it not grossed out where you want to throw up, but makes you want to clench your body parts when certain things happen, because you see everything. There were things in here that made my jaw drop, and there were some things that I had to like be like, oh. It checks all of the right notes for a horror movie of this type when it comes to how it handles its violence. I can easily say without a doubt that this is the scariest movie of the year so far. And I really look forward to watching it again to break down the visual as to what the hell is going on, because it is an idea and concept that we've seen before. But again, we're this many years into the world of cinema, and I just love that directors are able to approach ideas that we are aware of and put their own personal spin on it, making it their own, similarly to how Sinners did. So we got another horror masterpiece in our books of 2025. So if you've seen the movie, let me know in the comments what you thought. I kind of want to do a spoiler review for this to get into the details about how cool certain shit is. So if you're interested in that, please comment below. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are, thank you. And until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.